All right, just a second. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Do we got your audio working?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yep, we hear you good there. There we go. Alrighty. All right, everybody. As I've been preaching about for quite a while now, I speak on this man quite a bit. I like the fact that, he's one of those individuals that is a positive light and a positive force in a world that's filled with so much dark, macabre bullshit taking place nowadays. Selfishness, greediness, and this man is the complete opposite. This is a big supporter of the channel as well. You'll notice he'll be in chat, real Edwin Mendoza, but this is the man himself. This is Edwin Mendoza. How you doing today, Edwin?
Oh man, it's a beautiful day, and I do appreciate you taking the time to coordinate this to be able to give you a spotlight on some of the great things we're doing here.
Most definitely. I like to help support anything that is, a positive, output in today's society. Because, like I'm always saying, there's enough negativity. Don't be a part of adding to the negativity. There's enough of it.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's one of the things that, you put off a positive vibe.
Thanks.
And, you know, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are as a person before we get to, all the other great things that you're involved in and a part of.
Oh, I appreciate that. So my name is Edwin Mendoza. On my Twitch and on my Twitter, no matter where I go, I don't hide my name. I try to let people know exactly who I am. There's no surprise about me because I want people to know that the real me is exactly what you see, whether I'm be on Twitter, whether you be on Twitch. The name that you see on the display name is the actual real person. Because I am trying to make an impact, and a change. I want to be able to be the face front, right? If I hide behind a name or maybe a stage name or a gamer name, right? I don't want that to take away from anything of me wanting to put out. So I put myself out there first, so that way, if there anything does come my way, right, that they see my face first, right? It's not just a logo they see. It's not just it's not just a banner they see. It's the person. It's the face, and it's going to be what you get. I'm a family man. I'm a husband. I'm a father to a wife and to 7 children. I work really hard to be able to give back to my community in many ways. I am a first generation Mexican American. I was my mother's first born and raised child here in the United States. That means a lot to me. In the light of the world of what things are, I know that it's a really tough topic. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful to be here, to be able to be an opportunity to come in a way where I can give back, and I think that's where it all comes from. The struggle of the upbringing of coming up from trying to make it from a place where my mom and my family didn't think that was a suitable place for me to be born and raised. So that in and of itself added a lot of pride to where I live and where I'm from. And I only want to be able to find and identify those that are in need of support through streaming, through nonprofits, in any way that I can, whether it be a connection or whether it be this radio show, just to make an impact over someone that may be listening. Uh, that's exactly the kind of person I am. So to kind of put it in a nutshell, my name is Edwin Mendoza, and that's what I'm about. I will explain a little bit about my company and what I do when we got that time for that. We'll cross that bridge.
Yes, yes, yes. That's one of the things, like everything that you said, I've noticed that about you. Family man, you definitely put your family first. You take time to, refresh the mind, the body, and the soul, recharge yourself. Like when you guys went camping, and I was, like I had told you, I got worried a little bit because I didn't see you. And it was like you was MIA, and it was like, hell, who do I talk to see if they've heard from him? But then I ended up seeing you posting some of your camping video, and it was like, okay, he's good. Yeah. See, I'm one of those people, just because we may meet through, different means other than in person, it doesn't mean that you can't build those connections with people. Good people are good people. And that's one of the things that I got from you, like right off. You're one of those genuinely good people. And that's why once I got to hearing your story and you telling me about, the organizations and the charities and the support groups that, you're a part of and that you want to be a part of and all that, it was just like, that's a positive force in a world that is being enforced with so much negativity. And I like that. And, how about now you tell us about some of the, like your organization to start out with, and what your goal is with them, and some of the other people that are affiliated with with you since you've started it up, and that are you're sponsoring. Yeah, I'm gonna let you inform us, enlighten us.
All right. Well, in this process of being a social entrepreneur, and that's exactly what it is, because it's not just being an entrepreneur. I mean, you hear that a lot. You hear a lot of people wanting to be an entrepreneur. Almost every single streamer on Twitch is technically an entrepreneur. They are a content creator. They are someone who is putting themselves out there trying to make a form of income or revenue. I mean, some people do it for fun, but a lot of the people do it for actual, a serious purpose of means of income. And I've seen that. I noticed that, and I've never seen a community more generous than the gaming community. So if any of you gamers are out there listening to you, we appreciate you, because you are the most giving community that has been identified in the entire country. And this is just something I've noticed. It's something that the movement has noticed, and this is why we're focusing on adult social gaming. So my company is called My Way Gaming, as you might see by my logo. My Way Gaming was established just this year, under the ability to be able to become a marketing arm for what I would call our mother company, who's licensing me, which is the EACL. The EACL is the Esports Amateur Competitors League, which is basically an esport tournament league that is looking to identify 50,000 nonprofits across the United States, so that each of those nonprofits can take 50% of our league fees. So if our league fees are as low as $20 a month, the nonprofit gets to keep 50%, which is $10 per per league fee that's entered, which is a really amazing thing. So the EACL, that's the mother company, and what I was able to do with My Way Gaming is I was able to identify many social entrepreneurs, just like our Twitch streamers that we have here, and I've been able to pick them up and put them together and create a community of passionate gamers who are wanting to give back to these 50,000 nonprofits using their platform. So I created My Way Gaming to become a marketing arm to give more awareness to these 50,000 nonprofits that will be fundraising through the EACL late this year. And so I want to make sure that these nonprofits succeed in their fundraising efforts through esports with the EACL. So I created My Way Gaming, a community of gamers that would help with that mission. And so My Way Gaming is something that I started out of 100% of my pocket. I'm a sole proprietor, and to this day, anything that I've invested spent is out of my pocket until we start fundraising and actually helping some of these nonprofits, which the EACL will then help fund My Way Gaming, so that I can fund these streamers that are doing all this work. Because it really is about them. It's not about me. It's not me creating My Way Gaming. It's none of that. It's these streamers. Without these streamers and these content creators on Twitch and many other social media platforms, if it was not for them, My Way Gaming would be nothing, because My Way Gaming is not me. My Way Gaming is a group. It's a movement of streamers and content creators who are wanting to be gaming to give back through adult social gaming. And those are hashtags, by the way. So if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, you can just do hashtag adult social gaming, hashtag gaming to give back, and you'll see every single person that's in those movements. Those hashtags are powerful. We've worked hard to create digital footprints for those. So if you hit those hashtags, you'll see everything that we're about through the adult social gaming, which is the EACL. So that's a little bit of a nutshell about My Way Gaming and the EACL and how we work together in unison to bring the platform of fundraising to these 50,000 nonprofits across the United States.
And that is awesome. I know we have one of our VIPs here at WKoG Radio.
Let's go VIP.
I do believe that you brought my next VIP over here by hosting the channel, and that is Metal Demigoddess.
Let's go.
I do believe, isn't she affiliated with you?
Yeah, so to give specific shout outs to some of the few gamers that have been all in to give back, Metal Demigoddess is actually a in real life friend that I know personally. My wife knows personally. She is an amazing individual that I am very blessed to know because of the fact that in the many years that we've known each other, she has been an incredible support to my family. She's been an incredible friend at a time of need to our family, and those are the things that you can't buy, you can't ask for, nor can you really pressure a person to give you. This is something that's got to come from within their own heart. And just what you saw out of me in giving back, I saw out of this individual person who is Metal Demigoddess, and she is definitely one of those real ones. So I want to give a shout out to Metal Demigoddess. She works extremely hard. She does work with some special needs students, and that shows even more of her heart. Just to kind of put into perspective for you, she has amazing talent in it's not just makeup, but it's kind of like more of a studio makeup, something you would see in Hollywood. She's a very, very creative and in tune individual with wanting to give back. And when I first told her about the EACL and being able to fundraise through esports, she was already streaming. She was having a very hard time building up her viewership. She was having a hard time kind of getting the movement of Twitch. So, when I came in to help support through My Way Gaming, all of our gamers, even though we were a small community, we would always do their best to show up, give everybody the affiliate status, and to show the support. And she had just recently, under the My Way Gaming banner, very proud to say she has become an affiliate. So shout out to Metal Demigoddess. Thank you all, Metal Demigoddess. Thank you for being who you are and how committed you are to the cause. So that is one of our few My Way Gaming My Way Gaming streamers, and I can't not give a shout out to Yeti Nation 42, which is basically what I call my poster child for My Way Gaming. This gentleman is also he's a current acting service member in the Air Force. And he literally, on every single one of his days off, he streams more so to socialize with his friends. And that's what adult social gaming is really all about, is bringing adults coming together, socializing through gaming. And in doing so, we are able to be gaming to give back. And when I told him of the movement and what we were doing here, he did not hesitate whatsoever to get on the movement. And many don't know, but every single one of Yeti Nation's charity streams is a charity stream. So that means that if anyone shows up to Yeti Nation's channel and they drop bits, they drop a sub, 100% of whatever he makes on his channel, he's giving back to charity. He's not taking home any of that. He's fully trusting My Way Gaming to be able to sponsor him and get him that monetary compensation that he needs for doing just this. I didn't ask him to give 100%. I didn't ask him to give 50%, right? But that's just something that came from him. And because he was the first one to take off with that, I really got to say that that's just something that moved me, because he didn't have to do that. All I really needed was just his platform for exposure, give the shout outs, but he really took it and ran. And Metal Demigoddess kind of did something similar, saying that she'd be willing to give 50% of hers. and that's a lot even of itself. So I appreciate every My Way gamer who is as committed as they are. We have a few others, but to just put it in a nutshell, these are some of the two, right, that are really standing up, making noise, and making things happen. And if you want me to go through every single one that I got, by all means, I will give every single one of them a shout out. Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to mention each one of their names, if especially if they're here on a Twitch platform, we would like to do our part to help, build others up and, especially spread the word about, what you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
A lot of
Absolutely.
people a lot of people are greedy nowadays. It's all about me, 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 and to find a group of individuals that are all working together for the same common cause of helping others. That's rare to find in today's society. So, yeah, go ahead and give each one of them a shout out. Let us know who they are.
Absolutely. Another one of my members here at My Way Gaming is Connix, Connixx. He's actually a registered nurse by day, and he is an awesome streamer by night. He entertains the masses, is how I put it on my website. Uh, Connix is one of those streamers that was one of the first streamers that I scouted. And when I told him what I was doing, he was all in right away. He's a little bit focused on his on the everyday lives, which is okay because every My Way gamer is 100% different. My Way Gaming does not want any streamer to feel like My Way Gaming is a job. Because everybody's got real life and everybody streams for fun and because of the love of it. I don't want anyone to feel like that streaming for My Way Gaming will feel like a job. So Connix is all in his own way, and he's always showing love, support. He was the one that kind of helped raid Metal Demigoddess to get her to affiliate. So I appreciate him. We have J underscore card, or now known as J underscore Kyrie. He is a gentleman who actually has his own nonprofit called VGMH, Veterans for Gaming Mental Health. He's one of our sponsored charities or nonprofits on our EACL platform, but he's also a streamer. He was already streaming for his charity, and that's how I found him. He's an individual who focuses on mental health, and has actually recently come to terms with his own self and has accepted himself as Jay Kyrie. So he likes to occasionally show up on stream as Kyrie. So you may know him as Justin Cardemus or Jay Card, but that's something that he's publicly opening, showing people that he wants people to, anyone who wants to has a hard time accepting themselves. He helps with that. So he's been an amazing asset in being able to bring awareness in many ways and to help so many people being able to go through what they're going through. Um, the next one I want to bring up is we have a gentleman by the name of B Carlisle Nation One. B Carlisle One. He's a very brand new streamer here with My Way Gaming, but without him, I don't think that our movement would be as powerful. He is part of what moves this movement here at My Way Gaming because of the actual influence and pull that he has on Twitch and the amount of utter support that he has by many streamers. So I was able to sponsor him, and he was able to be all in and giving back because he was already doing that. He was giving most of his Twitch earnings back to other small streamers. And that's exactly what My Way Gaming wants to do. He wants to create a form of revenue for small streamers that are wanting to give back. So he was already doing that. We have two more. That I would like to bring up. I don't have all the details or remember their exact names because we just got them signed on yesterday. So it's been such a huge movement. It's been such a very fast growing movement that every single day it's hard for me to keep up with it myself, and it feels like it's running away from me. But that's just how great the movement is. So not that I don't want to finish shouting them out. I just want to shout them out properly, and I don't have their full screen names with me in front of me. But at the end of the day, this is only going to grow because My Way Gaming is looking for its 10 founding streamers. And these streamers I just mentioned will be my 10 founding streamers. And I am looking after my 10 founding streamer for 100 streamers, right, that I can sponsor so that all these 100 streamers can also be part of the movement. And these streamers will be compensated They will be supported in many different ways through My Way Gaming uh, because of the EACL.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And we'll definitely be doing a follow up interview with you down the road, and we'll be keeping up with the movement and what you're doing. And at that point, you may already have your 10 founding members. And if you do, then you'll have all of their names down, I'm pretty sure. And I know that you're constantly working and grinding every day. Every day. I
Except
see
for
you.
Saturdays, my only day off.
That is typically mine, but yesterday I did a All Hallows Eve, broadcast. I had a little fun. We did a Necrophonics Ghost Box EVP session last night, a live one,
Yeah.
because that is something else that I do. I've been a paranormal investigator for many, many, many years. In a long time I did it. I would have never told nobody I did it. Because they've been like, "Oh, you're crazy. You're on drugs. There ain't no such thing as ghost." And it's like, I don't call them ghost. I call them, either spirits or, the unseen. But, I don't try to get people to believe or anything. But I do share a little bit of it because I do specialize with EVP recordings. Uh, naturally, I love music and recordings. Kind of goes hand in hand. But
Right.
yeah, we will be doing a follow up with you, and if you can tell us a little bit more about the EACL. Did I just say that correctly?
Yes, sir. So the
Okay.
EACL is an esports competitors league. Esports Amateur Competitors League is the full name, and they are the ones that actually host the tournaments. They run the tournaments, and they're powered by the United Fundraising League. The EACL is the company, and the United Fundraising League is the nonprofit that helps fund the nonprofits. It's a nonprofits for nonprofits. And so the EACL is actually very heavily looking for coaches. So I want to put this out. Coaches Corner on YouTube. If you have not yet, there's a YouTube channel called Coaches Corner, and almost every single day we highlight a new coach on there because coaches are our community heroes. A lot of them are actually right in front of our children every single day, every single week, once a week, multiple times a week, coaching them, giving them the proper life tips to be able to move on, giving them the support. Many times these kids don't have any money to be able to join these sports, but the coaches out of pocket put out money on their behalf. So we recognize these as community heroes. So the EACL has been heavily focused on finding some nonprofits which are like young, which are community-based coaches, whether it be football, Pop Warner, cheerleading, basketball, baseball, you name it. If you know a coach, please contact MBS Death here, or Metal Radio, WKoG Metal Radio. Contact me. Contact anybody that's in the chat that you know, or anybody of one of the My Way gamers. Maybe I'll be able to drop my website in the chat for you guys in a little bit later. And then you guys can go on there. You can refer these nonprofits there, and they can sign up with me there. There's many different avenues, but we want to make sure that they get the funding that they need, because in many cases they get localized help, but the EACL brings esports on a national level, which allows them to get fundraising on a national level. And that's just huge. A lot of these organizations are really great and well supported in their community, but that only goes so far. Their community only goes so far. So just to highlight to Coach's Corner, and what they're doing, trying to get coaches out there, and definitely go check them out on YouTube. They go live almost every single day.
Awesome. Awesome. Uh, that is something that I personally, it's like when I first set out to do this radio program.
1 second. I noticed that my charger is not charging real quick. Can you give me a few seconds to go grab a properly working charger?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uno segundo.
There we go. Yeah, that's Edwin Mendoza. He is an awesome individual, and it is good to see people out there working to help others. And I don't joke around when I'm talking about how we're in a world that is just full of greed and self-centeredness, and it's all about me, 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 me. And there are a lot of people out there who are the complete opposite. You know, they work on themselves, but they also work on helping others when they can. They give back. And the feeling that you get from helping others, you know, that's not a feeling that you can buy. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be financial. To do an act of kindness, you know, it's a good feeling. All right, but here we go. We got the man back.
All right. Yeah, and I heard that. And you know what? It actually, I just want to quote, right? I want to quote something that is near to me. It is better to be in a position to give than it is to have to be in a position to receive. And know that it's really, really blessed when somebody blesses you with an opportunity, somebody blesses you with money, somebody blesses you with something. But to be to the one to be able to do that blessing, there's not a feeling that can replace that.
I agree. I agree. And you know, I've seen people who they like they like to go out and they like to contribute by doing something to help someone out. But then they turn around and they just brag about it. It's like, guess what I did today?
Right.
And they want that self recognition for being a good person. And it's like, that's not why you're supposed to do it. It's like, you know, myself.
Well, I guess for that person, it is why they're doing it because what they really want out of it is the attention. If a person's doing that, they don't want to really help people. They want to be known for helping people. It's not really about the people they helped. It's about them helping people and they want the spotlight, which is something that I don't like. I want to be able to spotlight those that are actually in the movement, my way gamers. They're the ones actually doing the change. I'm just the one bringing them together, spotlight on them. And that's absolutely right, MBS. That WKoG radio. You're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. And to me, it's like, I don't need recognition for anything that I do. I'm not looking to be the center of attention. I'm more one of those that, you know, I like to observe and mingle amongst the masses versus, you know, having the spotlight and everybody gravitating towards me. I'm not one of those people. I'm more about everybody else. You know, if everybody else, like, I'm in a gaming community and it's a rather large gaming community. I don't know if it still is, but I know at one point, just a few months ago, it was Xbox's largest online gaming community. And it's not like a gaming clan, it's a gaming community. Different games, and I mean, it's extremely large. I try to keep my streaming world separate from my gaming community world, but I do shout them out on occasions. And uh, I forgot where I was just going with that. You gotta love it. Yeah, I totally forgot where the hell I was going with that.
Well, I can definitely piggyback off of that. Like I was saying earlier, is that the gaming community in general is one of the most generous communities, right? I would love to be able to give them a shout out, go cruise through, say hello, get to know some of those people because at the end of the day, every single one of those has potential. If any single one of those people wants to be able to gaming to be gaming to give back, I want to know about it. I want to invite them on My Way Gaming. Not that so My Way Gaming is a brand. It lifts up brands. It doesn't replace your brand. It lifts up your brand. So, for example, Metal Demigoddess, right? You see that brand, Metal Demigoddess, which she is turning it into a brand. It's a legit brand. It's a legit business. And what My Way Gaming does is it lifts it up. Any any streamer, any content creator that has My Way Gaming by their logo, by affiliated with My Way Gaming, period, that you know that My Way Gamer is gaming to give back. So what separates My Way Gamers from regular streamers? Well, if you want to go support a channel that's actually giving back to nonprofits on the daily with every single stream, you know where to find them. Look for the My Way Gaming logo. If they don't have that My Way Gaming logo, you know they're either in it for themselves or they're doing it their own way, not My Way Gaming, right? Not that it's My Way Gaming, right? But that's something that a streamer will proclaim that we're doing it my way, quote unquote, because they don't have to change anything about the way that they stream to be a My Way Gamer. They just need to be able to give the shout outs when shout outs are needed, because these nonprofits, they don't have a voice like you and I do. They don't have an amazing radio show like you do. And they don't have the platform to reach the amount of masses that needs to be taken so that they can have the audience in order for them to get the support that they need. And that's why My Way Gamers exists, to give them that voice, that megaphone. Their megaphone is small because they have a small audience, but us streamers, we have a bigger megaphone. So we let them borrow our megaphone so that they can be shouted out. Hey, this is what we're doing at this cause, this charity, this nonprofit, this coach, this community. And that's what it's about. It's highlighting the others, those people that don't have that voice or the platform to say what they need to say and things that are important.
Yeah. And I believe I know where I was going with that earlier. It's like keeping the two separate, my gaming from my streaming. I do that for a reason, because basically we have an honor code and rules and guidelines that we have to go by. It is like a seriously legit gaming community, and they have their own stream team, but there you have to abide by their streaming rules and guidelines and be a part of the stream team. And but the gaming community itself, they are awesome, they are amazing. I've met some people that they are most definitely, I call them friends, even though we've not met in person. It's the ability, like even through streaming, you get to meet people all over the country, all over the world. And I've met some amazing people that without, streaming platforms, like I give props to Twitch. And in the past, I would have never given, Twitch props. I was a hardcore, diehard mixer streamer, and but I see the difference between what Twitch was back then to what they are now, and the ability for small streamers to become affiliates rather easily, but it's a matter of the work that you put in. And when I first started this, I had said that if it ever takes off and it becomes something that generates a monthly revenue, then I'm going to take 50% of that, and it's going to be donated to a charity. And
That's
that
dope.
charity will be a charity that is designated for children. And I want it to be a charity that typically they use, at the bare minimum, 75% of all funds raised through donations towards the actual cause. Like I'm wanting to do a charity stream to where we raise money for coats for kids because of the changing of the seasons. And there's some kids out there that they're not going to have a coat. And, I would like to do my part to, try to ensure that every child is able to have a nice brand new winter coat. They grow. Some of them are
Very
wearing a
fast.
hand-me-down of a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down.
My kids are.
Yeah, I mean, I was an only child, so I didn't I didn't have that problem. But I know if I did have an older brother, oh yeah, I would have had hand-me-downs. There's no doubt about it. But I was an only child, so you know. But I still didn't get everything I wanted. I was raised, if you want something, get a job. Ain't nothing in this world free. You want something, work for it. And that's with everything that I do. And that's something that I also see out of you. It's like you want to do something positive, and you're out there, you're busting your ass to do what you can do to bring that movement forward. And I wish you guys nothing but great success. Each one of your streamers that are partnered with you or affiliated with you or under your brand, or that are in other aspects that are involved with the EACL, all of you. I wish you guys nothing but great success.
I feel it.
And
I feel the support. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
I see it happening, because I don't see you giving up or giving in. It's like that's what a lot of people don't understand what WKoG stands for. It stands for we keep on going. I want to even though a lot of people look at like metal music like it's a bad thing, it's a negative thing, it's a thing about hate, anger and rage. It's an expression. It's an outlet. It's a release. And a lot of people, no matter what situation you may be in, emotion you're feeling, metal music covers every single emotion that a human will go through. And it is one of the only forms of music that actually does that. It's not the only one, but it's one of the only ones. And it can cover every single emotion, situation, and it's an expression outlet. And what a lot of people don't understand is there's a lot of people in the metal community that are very, very giving individuals. They're caring individuals, and they love to give back and to help others. I mean, even if you go to some of these concerts and there's a big pick going on, and the front man, guitarist, drummer, somebody notices somebody being a dick out in the pit, they'll stop the show. They'll have that guy removed. And, it's not about ruining shit for other people. It's about having a good time with a lot of other good people. And that's what I want to bring with the radio program is I want people to get that, like with my morning program Monday through Friday. I want people to get energized and charged up to, take the day on.
Yep.
And I try to promote positivity. And that's what a lot of people in the metal industry do. And we'll talk further about, maybe doing something, collaborating together for a charity benefit. Something that, for me, I would like it to be based around, for children. And, whether it be something like, all 100% of the funds raised gets donated to like St. Jude's Hospital. That's an amazing hospital right there. They make it so, there's no charge whatsoever to the parents. If your child's going to St. Jude, they'll cover your living expenses if you live far away and you need to come there so your child can be, treated. That's an amazing hospital. And they're always in need of help and support and funds. And so, maybe something like that, or maybe the Coats for Kids. If I haven't already have done a charity stream by them. But yeah, I would like to collaborate with you.
Point. Yeah, definitely. I will make it a point to, as of immediately, start looking for some charities that want to be through the EACL, fundraising through the EACL. And I'll let you know how that goes. I have been working really hard trying to get a hold of some of these nonprofits to work under us. And if I actually would love to give them a shout out, even though they haven't said yes that they want to sign on with us, I just want to shout them out because they're really great. Stackup.org. If you guys don't know who Stackup.org, they have their own Twitch channel, they have their own Discord community, and they fundraise to be able to get gaming systems, whether it be computers, PlayStations, Xbox, and they send them over overseas. They send them over to bases where there are active military members, and as well as to veterans, right, that need that social aspect in their life. So they send them these consoles so that they can be able to game and stream and socialize with others, which is exactly what adult social gaming is all about. And so they are just an amazing organization. They are almost at $1 million raised. And I want to be able to be part of that fundraising through the EACL. So as long as they say yes. So if any of you stackup.org guys are watching, please say yes. I want to work with you. I want to be able to fundraise for your cause through My Way Gaming and EACL. The second one is Betty's Bombers. Betty's Bombers is a charity that's doing something very, very similar for veterans. I'm a very, very big guy on veterans. I come from a family that has lots of military members. I try to enroll to the service right after high school, but after a examination, they said that, this isn't a suicide squad. They told me, the recruiter told me that, right? But to me, like, it felt heavy on my heart because I have this sense of duty, the sense of having to kind of serve in one way. And so because I couldn't serve in the military, I've always looked for a way to serve and give back to my community. And this was the best way that I could think of doing it. So Betty's Bombers, stackup.org. Shout out to you guys. I look forward to talking with you guys again. And I hope that this interview here, if you're watching, that it moves you a little bit closer to saying yes to us. So let's get popping.
Right on, right on. I'm definitely that's something I want to do in the future as well. I want to do, some charity benefits to specifically purchase or to work with an organization such as the two Stacked Up and Betty Bombers that like to purchase, gaming consoles. And, there's a lot of veterans that suffer, PTSD. And it is a way to allow them to socialize without the presence of other people that put them in a situation to where, they go through certain feelings and emotions that's hard to deal with. And it allows them to make those connections with others that, they could be anywhere in the country or in the world. I mean, we all live on this tiny little rock. We all call it home. And, it is a good way for these guys to, socialize and to connect with others and, build those bonds and share experiences and hopefully, find some healing along in that whole process. So, yeah, definitely kudos to them. That's amazing that they do that. And, especially in a time in this country to where it seems like a lot of people have forgotten where their freedoms come from. There's a lot of people who sacrificed ultimately their life to give you the freedoms to do dumb shit, in my opinion, to be disrespectful. And I find it disrespectful that they disrespect service members, past, present. And my family, just like you, I did. I took the ASVAB, I signed up, and my recruiter lost mine and like 5 other guys' paperwork. And I was on a 6-month deferral. Give myself 6 months, I'm going to party up, get my wildness out of the way, and then I'm going to take off and I'm going to go in the Navy. A lot of my family has been in the Navy. My family dates back all the way to the Revolutionary War here. And, I had that sense of duty of legacy. Although I wanted to be the first Marine, that was originally what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the first Marine in the family. We've had Army and mostly Navy, and I wanted to be the very first Marine. And sadly, I didn't qualify under their standards at that time. So I took the test. I scored really good, went on a 6-month deferral the day I was supposed to report. Me and 5 other guys standing there amongst like 30, and we're the last one standing there, and the guy's looking at us and he's flipping through papers and he goes, "Who are you, you, and you?" He goes, "I don't have any other names on my list." And we started saying who he was, and we told him who our recruiter was, and he's like, "Well, he's retired. He's been retired for almost 6 months now, so he retired right after recruiting us." And yeah, so we didn't get to go, and it ended up, I think it was like a year and something later, they had contacted me and said they found all the paperwork and, that if I was still interested. And it was like by then I had already, established a career, had a family, because at the time I didn't really have a family, no children to speak of at the moment, and which, that changed. But yeah, I respect servicemen and women. I go out of my way to thank them for their service. They did something ultimately that, I didn't do. And just like you, I try to find ways to give back to them. I appreciate everything that they've done for us. So I hope that you do get to work with them. I think that'll be amazing, and it'll be beneficial to a lot of veterans out there.
I agree, and I thank you for sharing that testimony. It is quite an incredible testimony. It goes to show how many try, right? I mean, a lot of us fall through the cracks, but there is a heart amongst many of us that just wants to give back. And a shout out to you, WKoG, Metal Radio. You, sir, are a beacon to a lot of us, giving us a way to be able to give back through exposure, and that's something that is not easily obtained. That's something that, like you were talking about, a lot of people are selfish for that exposure, but you shed it like a light that you just so easy to you so freely give. So a shout out to you for all the great things you do, for the heart that you have, and for supporting all the other streamers and content creators that come through your doors, through your chat, and I love the way that you just completely engage with us. And you, for a lot of us that, like myself, you were talking about your metal music, it is an outlet. 100%. A lot of people don't know how to cope with emotion, and metal music was one of my ways of coping with emotion, and being able to go through it. Right, you gotta grow through what you go through. Right, and a lot of the times, just the right song, just the right vibe, just the right headbanger is gonna be just what you need to be like, well, I feel better, right? I let that out, because at the end of the day, we don't all have an outlet. We don't all have a person to talk to. One of my biggest bands that I loved was Linkin Park, right? And after Chester Bennington passed away, rest in peace, Chester Bennington. It was for me. I took it personal because almost every single thing that I grew up feeling and going through, right, it was because of his lyrics. It was because of the sheer passion, the raw passion through his voice that is completely irreplaceable, right? And there was something about it that just puts you and sets you right when you needed to hear it. So I completely agree. I agree with everything you're doing, and I appreciate your platform and everything you do. Shout out to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, I believe in the same things as you for the most part. We're brothers from different mothers. Uh, and there's a lot of us out there. We just need to allow our platforms as we grow to help others grow and spread that positivity, and eventually, we're going to shed so much light on all the darkness that's out there that we're going to be the dominant force. We're going to chase all that negativity and shit back into the darkness where it belongs. Get back in the shadows, get underneath that rock. I mean, it's pumped out on media and everything. It's sad. So any way that we can, help build up and be a positive force, I'm 100% for that. 100%. Uh, there's enough bad guys. There's enough bad guys. And the only room for any more bad guys is in a movie or a new drama TV series. There's enough. There's a lack of respect for human life. It's sad to see so many lives lost every single day. And a lot of them, it's because they don't have that understanding and respect for other life. They're desensitized. And that's what we need to help promote is sensitivity without the point of being what they call woke. Woke is a suppressive form. It stifles creativity amongst comedians, musicians, writers, actors, actresses. I mean, it's stifling life. It's stifling art. And that's not a good thing because it's forcing others to be like how you want them to be. You want them to be like you. And I don't want everybody being like everybody else. I want everybody to be the individuals that they're meant to be. And yeah, we're going to have to collaborate together and work on some things. And anytime that you want to pop in, like if you want, go ahead and let people know how they can reach out to you on some of your social media platforms and other ways that they can contact you.
Absolutely. So right after this interview, I'll shoot you all that info via your Whisper, and if you want to drop it in the chat for them. But I do have a website. I have Twitter, I have Facebook, I have TikTok, Instagram. I have a beacon or like a link tree where you can find me and all of my different ways of contact. Um, Definitely right here you can click on my name. My name is real Edwin Mendoza. You can send me a whisper if there's anybody whom you need me to reach out to. If you know a nonprofit, a coach, an organization that needs some fundraising, by all means, we do not discriminate. I don't ask what it is that you do, right? I just know that you're giving back, right? I usually in many cases these nonprofits, especially if you know a small one, a community-based small nonprofit, we want to be able to give back to the small ones. Yes, we do have a lot of great big nonprofits. St. Jude is an amazing nonprofit that's already fundraising through esports. Might I tell you, if you did not know,
I
St.
did
Jude is
not know
making
that.
millions of dollars, yeah, off of esports. So definitely, if St. Jude can make that much money off of esports, we want to pass that blessing on to the small guys, the ones that would not in any way gain this type of fundraising if it were not through esports. It completely replaces the outdated popcorn, candy sales, food sales, right? All these different forms of fundraising that we know hold and dear because it's what we've grown up doing. We're changing it all. We're changing it all because esports and streaming, right? Like through Twitch. I mean, you guys know, man. I don't got to tell you guys how many Twitch streams are out there doing charity streams. So much massive money being given and then just being given right back. And most of these charities, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them being big. Most of these charities are really big name organizations. And so I really want to set ourselves apart, being able to find these small coaches and small communities and small little cities and small little towns that some people may not even know existed. And that's exactly what it's about. It's giving the voiceless a voice. And everything you said about the society and how we're moving on as a country, I agree with it, and very many reasons why the small ones and making a grassroots movement from the bottom up is the best way, because when you can get people together under a banner for adult social gaming, it doesn't matter what political party you are, what religion you are. I mean, I have my own beliefs, but to be honest with you, we've signed up people that are nonprofits and organizations that are contrary to my belief, but it's not what I believe because it's not about me. It's about them. They need the funding regardless of what they do, and we want to be able to make sure that those nonprofits and small community-based organizations get the funding they need, because we need to come together. And adult social gaming is how I believe we're going to do it. If we can get together and chat up in a stream, then we can get together and put our differences aside for those nonprofits and communities that definitely need our support. So if anybody's been wanting to give back, if anybody's been looking for a place or a cause, many gamers are looking to game back with the cause. Many viewers are looking to view with the cause, not just, yeah, we have our favorite content creators, but if you could give your view to a channel that you know is going to be directly impacting these nonprofit organizations, I know most of you would. So definitely, there's a shout out for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with you. The gaming world, the streaming world itself, it is huge. It is the it thing right now. I mean, it is where it's at. If you want to make social impacts, it's going to be through streaming. Then people will share those videos People post them on YouTube. They're there. The views, the amount of social networking. It's like people don't even realize how much effort that these guys are putting into creating content. And then the biggest part of the job starts with networking. Networking is huge. And to be able to collaborate with other people that are like minded and, have the same goals. It's like, I've always said if I make it to where I'm getting a monthly revenue, 50% of what I make is going to basically go to charity. Then I'm going to take 25% and I'm going to put back into the channel to build it up to help increase the amount of revenue that I'm able to generate to also donate. And then there will be times that I run charity benefits that 100%, whether I'm making subscriptions, donations, bits, 100% of what I make during that charity stream benefit, that is going to be donated. And I like what you were saying about, helping charities or organizations that are smaller that don't have the outreach that some of these others are getting and resources. I like that idea of helping them. There's some small rural towns that, they struggle. They may only have one gas station and a post office, and that's it. So they're not getting much, tax money to help them out. And they call
or they don't have the population to be able to support the cause. I mean, many small organizations do well on a community level, but when the community is as small as that, I mean, the resources are so limited. So you're right.
Yeah. And therefore, the struggle's a lot realer with a lot of those people, especially with, hunger. There's a lot of people in rural areas, they don't understand. Some of these people survive on next to nothing. My grandma, she grew up and she raised my mother and my uncles, and it was a struggle, but my grandma could make a penny seem like $1. She knew how to stretch that, and she was an amazing woman. And my mom was my beacon, and she raised me to be, what I consider a good person. I don't consider myself anything more or anything less. I'm a good person, and I try to do good. I try not to be negative. And that's one of the things that drew me to you. And it's definitely been an honor and a pleasure getting to know you over these months. And it's definitely been an honor and a pleasure to have you on today, speaking, talking about the causes, and letting people get to know more about you. And again, if you want to go ahead, if you want to type any of your social media links or links to My Way Gaming or the EACL, by all means, you should be able to share those in the chat. I believe the bot is set up to allow.
Oh, just got deleted.
It just got deleted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you want to share it in a whisper,
I will.
It should come through, and then I will be happy to share them.
Sounds good.
As well as when I post this to YouTube, I'm gonna where it has about and more. Yeah, that's weird. I don't remember setting my bot up but it may have automatically been set up and I just skipped over it. But I don't remember setting it to block links.
Got it. Well, I sent those your way.
Okay. And let me see. All right. And the first one is, what's that one to?
The first one I believe should be my beacon, which is all my social media platforms. So you can be able to find me my Facebook, my Facebook, my Twitter. Or no, I apologize. My first one is my website, My Way Gaming, EACLUFL.wix Edwin Mendoza. That is my direct website, and then the second one is my Beacons, which is like a link tree where you can find all my social medias all in one spot.
All right, there is one of them, and the other one is okay. This one is for Beacons that I'm about to share. This one right here.
Hey, yo, shout out to Gauge Industries. Gauge Industries, a creative umbrella for creatives by creative, for creatives by creatives. I see you, C804. I see you.
All right. And there's the one for Beacons. Definitely, everybody, please check them out and do what you can to help and support. Most definitely, especially if it's to the causes and the charities. If we all do our part, we can definitely make this tiny rock we all call home a better place to live for everyone. Alrighty. But yeah, this has been Real Edwin Mendoza. Awesome individual. If you haven't checked him out, please go check him out. My shout outs, my stream deck is no longer working. It decided to retire on me without advance notice. So I'm unable to do my shout outs correctly. But yeah, everybody, please go check out Real Edwin Mendoza. Be sure to show him the support, give him a follow, tune in, and definitely be a kind and positive individual. Thank you, Edwin. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. And I look forward to doing this again a little later down the road. And, we might do this like every other month. So that way, there's always a new cause, a new charity, and you are growing continuously. So it'll give you the opportunity to shout out some of these new streamers that are on your brand and let everybody get to know as we grow as well. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. You have yourself an awesome day. And everybody, again, this is Real Edwin Mendoza, and it has been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all you do. WKoG Metal Radio. We keep on going. Let's go. Let's go.
Right on. All right. You have a good day.
Thank you so much. Catch you next time.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Shout out to Team Gage. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this amazing interview. Make sure that you guys keep tuning in to WKoG Metal Radio and you don't miss a beat. Let's go.
All right, everybody. There you go. That was the Real Edwin Mendoza. Awesome individual. It was definitely a true honor and a pleasure to interview the man. We're not always going to be about interviewing metal bands, although we're not going to stop interviewing metal bands, but we are also going to highlight people that deserve being highlighted. And Edwin was definitely one of those individuals, and I look forward to our next interview. And also, Edwin, I will notify you when we get the full interview posted on YouTube. And we will have the full interview as well as a highlight clip here on WKoG Radio Twitch channel. So definitely make sure you check it out, share it, and help get the word out about Edwin and his movement. It's amazing. My Way Gaming, the EACL, everybody that's working to be a positive force in the world today. It's a tiny little rock, and we all got to live together. So we all might as well do our part to make it a place we all want to call home. Damn good interview, damn good. And right now, I don't even know what I want to listen to. I'm kind of like, da, da, da. But I think I do know who. Actually, Edwin, who would you like to hear? Actually,